There's our friends at Feel Good. Oh, that's 2. It really is like shocking the difference it makes when you take enough. You feel so mentally sharp. I was reflecting on my journaling, like talking just about pacing and stuff like that, because I was figuring out my pacing strategy for the half. And one of the things I like to have my athletes do that I do as well is you pull up. This is specifically, no, this is for everyone. Don't run a race without looking at your elevation chart. I'm gonna slow down a little bit.
Okay,
Even if you don't understand how to read an elevation chart, you can still benefit from looking at it. When you see it go up, that means that's a hill. When you see it go down, that means a downhill. This race in particular is interesting because it is like very downhill in the front half of the race and then uphill in the end.
That sounds tricky.
Very tricky. So normally the thing that you want to do is called a negative split. You want to be conservative, not politically. You want to be conservative with your effort level in the first half, right? Staying below your threshold pace, not accumulating a ton of lactate in your legs, feeling relatively good and behind pace. And then once you hit like mile 8, you can go. That's where you can really start to kick it into gear. I would even say, like, depending on your like fitness, 10K, you can start to go. And then at 8 miles, you can really like start to push. And then with like 2 miles to go, you can let it rip.
Okay.
So with this race, you can't do that because 10K on, like 6 to 12 is uphill.
It's gonna be uphill.
And you can't, like, you're not going to be able to hit race pace the way you would on a different kind of race. So you don't want to like let it rip from 0 to 6 and then like really fall off pace on the uphills. That's not what you want to do. So for me, my goal is 145. I think on a great day, I can probably do 143,
Okay.
maybe 142.
Spicy.
Really spicy, but I think 145 is going to be really hard on this course. So that's about an 8-minute mile-ish. So my goal is to take the first mile at like an 8:20, maybe, depending on how I feel. On the downhills, let myself go to 7:40, 7:45, which is significantly faster than race pace. And then on the way back, let myself go to 8, 8:10. Make that like mile by mile, which if you want to see it, here it is. I'll give it to Scott. This is my pacing breakdown based on the elevation chart and what I see and what I think I can do. So I do that, and then I translate it to effort level so that I know how that feels in my body, and that's what I go off of.
Okay.
I'll check my watch for the first 2 miles just to make sure I don't get excited and start at a 7:40, which is very easy to do. It's very easy to blow your race by going out way too hot. So you really want to start slow, strong, and steady, painfully slow in the beginning, because you can make up time in the last mile. You can drop a really fucking fast final mile if you have the energy, but you cannot stay on pace if you go out too hard, because your body will really, really, really feel it.
So will you be it sounds like, are you checking it just the first 2 miles, or are you checking it like the first 6, 7, 8, or are you just checking it like every couple miles?
I'll definitely check it throughout the first 2 miles,
Yeah, okay.
like intentionally. And then from there, it's mostly like, honestly, it depends on the day.
Okay.
If I'm feeling particularly intimidated or spooked, I won't check it at all.
Oh.
I will fully ask myself, go off of how you feel.
Okay.
Don't look at your watch. Because otherwise, what tends to happen is we start to look for clues or information to confirm that we're not okay. So you look for your heart rate. You look for numbers that scare you. And those limiting self-beliefs or those insurance policies crop up. So I'm coming on your right. It says, but Scott, I just want to see you. The goal is to get out of your own way.
Okay.
Right? The goal is to ask your brain, which is just trying to protect you, back off, get in the back seat. I know what I'm doing. I always like to describe it like, you know those student driver vehicles where the student driver's in the front seat and then the instructor's in the other seat, but they have pedals.
Yeah.
Your brain is in that front seat, smashing on the brakes.
Okay.
When you know what you're doing, like, I feel like I've probably done this to you. I'm the queen of stopping, we're stopping. Are you braking? Like, you know, like when you're driving on the freeway
Oh, okay.
and you see like a bunch of cars with red lights
Yeah.
and you don't feel like your driver's braking and you're like, braking! Sam does this to me and it drives me nuts. It's like, unless you feel like someone's slamming on the brakes, you're not stopping. That's your brain.
Okay.
Your brain's trying to like slam the brakes when in reality, you're good. You're feeling good. You're feeling strong. You're feeling confident. Like, you just have to get the parrots to shut the fuck up and let you try. Because what's the worst that happens?
You explode.
You explode. You fall short of your goal and everyone thinks you're a loser.
Yeah.